Hello, everyone. I am here. Whoops. There we go. There, I think we're good. So you might hear a lot of noise. Our refrigerator died last night, and so my husband's taking it apart because we're getting a new one on Thursday. And so it's one that we've had since we moved here, and we have no idea how old it is, but it's a big fridge. So it might be a little noisy here during my live. I'm not making anything tonight, but I'm going to just show you what I got for my pre-order from the annual catalog and some online exclusives. This right here is a suite, but I have a lot of stuff on my other desk. So just give me about 30 seconds so I can go get it, and I'll bring it over to the table here. Lots of new stuff. Like I said, online exclusives. We got some annual catalog stuff. Some really pretty sequin gems. New in colors. So lots to do tonight. All right, so I only have 3 stamp sets that I bought. An online exclusive that's right in front of you, and this is a suite in the new annual catalog. I know this suite here, it's an investment, but it's probably going to be our most popular suite because of the designer paper and the stamps too. So it is called the Beautiful Gallery Suite Collection. And if you're lucky to have an annual catalog right now, it starts on page 52 and goes all the way 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, and that's it. So I don't know how many pages that just was, but probably one of the biggest suites and like marketing they've ever done on one suite that I can see. The whole suite itself, if you want to jot the number down, it's 165217, and it's $139.25. But if you're a demonstrator, of course, you can get your 20 or 25% off, or save your Stampin' rewards to get that at a later date. But you're probably going to want to order this first because the designer series paper is beautiful. They used it on stage a couple of weeks ago, so we were lucky to see it. But I just got this today, literally like an hour ago from UPS. Dropped it off at my mailbox. I really don't like it when they do that because, you know, anybody could take it. But we got a couple inches of snow here today, which, you know, we don't really like this time of year. So anyway, my name's Sharon McNall, and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And Stampin' Up sent me an email today saying it is my 5th year anniversary with Stampin' Up. I didn't think it was my 5th, but I guess it is. I thought it was February 24th, but they said it was today. I emailed them to see if they're actually correct or not, because I know what my sign-up date is. So we'll see what they say. They haven't returned my email yet, but if it is, well, happy anniversary to me. My birthday week's coming up very soon, so that will be my birthday's April 5th, so we'll be doing a bunch of specials during my birthday week, so stay tuned. So if you're just joining me, we're going to go over some of the products from the annual catalog, the 25-26 one, some online exclusives, and I'm going to take one of the ink pads and show you how I get it ready to stamp, because sometimes people have a hard time opening the cases, and I'm going to just show you what I do every single time I get a new ink pad. Okay, so again, this suite is called the Beautiful Gallery. And in the annual catalog, they show a lot of like picture frames using the designer paper, just the designer series paper alone. But they do show some stamped images. So Beautiful Motifs is this one right here. And the sentiments that are on it are wishing you love and happiness that lasts a lifetime. Just to know, I really like that one. Just to know, hello, thinking of you. Thank you for everything. I'm here for you always. Celebrate, and you've been on my mind. It's a photopolymer stamp set. So those are the clear ones. And as you can see, it's brand new. And then there's these like, I would call them splatter, but it's really not. It's like this vintage pattern right here. And then this one over here kind of looks like a tornado, if you ask me. But I got to figure out how they use it in the suite and some of the samples. But that's one of the stamp sets that you get with that. And of course, it comes with some dies. So let's open these and see what we've got in here for dies. There are 5. So if you don't know how many dies are in a package, you can tell by the number right here at the lower left corner. On this one, it says quantity, and that's 5. Oops, there it goes. I don't know what he just dropped, but he dropped something. But I can't wait. Look at these, you guys. I cannot wait to use these. These are beautiful. So they go with the Gallery Blooms. Oh, no, wait. It goes with this one here. So it looks like, let me just look at the catalog here. So these are just dies that cut out foliage. That's really beautiful. Let me see how they, so that's a stamped image right here. No, it's not. It's really hard to tell. I got to look at it a little bit more. But I think these are all just like foliage, and that's a little flower. So we'll see what that one cuts out. That's that one. And then also in the suite is the Gallery Blooms. And of course it has some dies as well. So let's open this one and see what we've got in here. I didn't expect this order today, so I'm pretty happy that I got it because I have my retreat this weekend, and I'm going to bring all these new items to my retreat so people can take a look at them. These are called the Gallery Blooms dies, and of course they will cut out, oh, here's the image right here. So this one's going to cut out that image right there. And then this one here is going to cut out that large one, I think. Yep. It's just the stem is, if you see the stem is much longer, but I don't know. This probably is not 100% for images. So that's that one. This one here is going to cut out this one right there. And then this one is going to cut out that little flower there. Now this one, I don't see, oh my gosh, look at this. There's even more. Look at the frames. So here's the one that cuts out this. So every single one of those images, you can stamp and leave as is, or you can stamp and die cut them. And then we also have all of these other little images. So they're just, this looks like foliage and some flowers on it. This is like foliage. Man, that tape is so sticky. I can't wait to make a template. And this one, I would love to know how this one cuts out. Maybe I'll do that for you. Look at this. I hope I don't lose any. I'm going to get a magnet sheet. Hold on, because I can't afford to lose any of these dies. Let me grab one of my big magnet sheets here, and we'll put them on here. But I can cut this one out for you if you want, because I'm interested to know how that thing cuts. It looks like it's a double frame, but I'm not quite sure. I know probably some other demonstrators have already shown it on their lives, but like I said, I just got these today. So I'm really not sure. This one might even take 2 magnet sheets. Here's some more. So lots and lots of choices I wish they wouldn't make this tape so like sticky. It's like more sticky than Terran tape, I think. This one's really cute. That one right there, it's going to make some new cute little flowers there. So those are all of those dies. So let's see what the total is on that one. 13. So we have 13 dies in the Gallery Blooms. And there again is the stamp set. And I'm going to grab, let me just go grab some cardstock and I'll run this through my embossing machine. And we'll see what it looks like. I'm going to try, I think it's going to be a frame. So let me try early espresso. And I've got my electric die cutting machine right to my side here. So I'm just going to use that real quick and see. I've been using this all day long. I have 100 and geez, I don't even know. 72 card kits I made in the last 2 days. Those are for my retreat. So that was a lot. Okay. Oh, cool. So what it just did, my gosh, we've got 3 die cuts here. So it cut out a large frame and it cut out the little one. And then we have another like rectangle frame. So they all go just like that. And how neat would it be to make these different colors, right? You don't necessarily need to use this as a picture frame. You could change up the colors, maybe red, some blues, greens, whites, what have you. But that is it. That's what it looks like. So that's going to be super fun to use. And again, this is probably the size for the designer paper that they used in the frames. I'm just looking again. I can't show you the inside of the catalog, unfortunately. But if you're a demonstrator that went to Onstage, you already have your catalog, so you can follow along. I wish I really could show it to you, but I really can't. Let me just look here. I really want to know how they use that. Like, I call it a tornado, but I don't see it stamped yet. But anyway, that's that. And it looks like it's quite large for a die cut. So let me grab Mark's ruler here and I will tell you how big this one is. All right, it's 5 3/8 long. So 5 3/8. And then I'm going across, and this is the outer, not the inner side. And then on this way, it is 3 5/8. So pretty large die, if you ask me. And it cuts out really nicely too. So if you have a project, you have 3 different card designs. One pass will create maybe 3 die cuts for you. And you could incorporate these into 3 different cards. That's something I would look at and do. But that's super fun. So what else do we have in here? I'm definitely going to need 2 magnet sheets, especially with this one. But I will have on my Facebook page probably in a couple days, not right now because I'm still working on my retreat and cutting kits and such, but I will create a template for you so you can see everything up close and personal. Now this one is the embossing folder. It comes in a suite. It's called, and I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this right, Damask, D-A-M-A-S-K, Designs embossing folder. And it looks like a very vintagey piece. I can actually, let me emboss some paper. I think this, let's emboss, I'm going to go grab some of the, hey, let's use some new colors. We're going to use Timid Tiger. So this is a new color for us. Ink color will be around for 2 years. And I think it's a very, like, in between like a pumpkin pie. I see a little bit of calypso coral in there with my eyes, but who knows? My eyes aren't that great. So let's just cut this baby down and see what this one will look like. So I like to cut, I'm going to just cut 4 1/4. So I'm going to cut this in half. And I think I got another embossing folder I can use as well. So basically I'm just going to cut this in half. I think I got some glue on there. And then let's cut this one. That's the first time I've actually cut our new paper. So Timid Tiger is the name of that paper. And where'd my embossing folder go? Here it is. I'm gonna run it through. I like how they have the lines on our embossing folders. That is very helpful to keep your paper straight. And it looks like the design is going horizontally this way. So if you want your paper to go like portrait mode, you're going to have to put it in this way. If you want it going horizontal, oh no, wait a minute. Yeah, this way, portrait. And if you want horizontally, you got to go that way. So it's kind of like opposite. So I'm going to, let's go horizontal. And I just got that paper lined up right with that little black line. And I might have to, let's see, this one I need to move my shim. This one's a smaller, it's not one of the really massive thick ones. And we have another embossing folder kind of like that. So with my machine, I have to use both acrylic plates. I'm trying to think what that other one was. I used it today, but early this morning, so who knows. And I go up and back on my embossing folders. Usually I have 2 sheets of the paper in there just to save time and be a little bit more efficient. Ooh, that's really pretty. All right, so here you go. So it looks really pretty. Hopefully you can see that. I will bring it to my retreat because I know some ladies here watching and they are coming to my retreat. And I see someone out there that is actually getting my retreat in the mail. So I'm going to have 1 extra retreat. So if you're interested, let me know. But this is really fun and it's really smooth and oh, look at the little polka dots. Like there's little dots there. All right. So I don't know if I'm butchering the name, but it's Damask or Damask or Damask. I don't know. I'll find out. Maybe I'll call demo support and ask them. But that is this one here. All right. What else do we have? Part of the suite. So we've gone over the motifs. We've gone over the gallery blooms. We've gone over the embossing folder. We have pressed flower motifs. And these are the embellishments. So they're little flowers, and it looks like there's 2 sizes. So I'll bring those up as close as I can to the camera so you can see like they're printed little flowers on them. And they're smooth at the top. I mean, they're raised a little bit, but they are smooth. They're not like a rhinestone where it's kind of like a pointy shape. This is very smooth. So the mail carrier will really like that. But again, these are called, again, pressed flower motifs. So hope you can see that. I'll be doing a product share too. I always like to do my product shares. So be on my email list, you guys, because if you're not, you won't know unless I say it on a live. So make sure you're on my email list. You can be added at my website, which is inspiredbygraham.com. All right, next on the list is beige, basic beige 3/8 of an inch classic ribbon. So I like the measurements 3 8 because for me, it's easy to work with. And it looks like there's probably approximately 10 yards. Let's see. Yep, approximately 10 yards. So I'm just going to try to take this little plastic piece off that protects the ribbon. And let me look and see what this looks like. Oh, you can kind of see through it. Let me grab this Timid Tiger. And your Very Vanilla is probably going to be your color to use and not white. So that's nice. You can see, I can see Timid Tiger through the ribbon, but just very subtle. And is there a front and back side? Let's see. Yeah, there is. Because on the stitching on the front side here, you can tell it's definitely, there's a right and wrong side. At least it looks like it for me. So again, that is our classic ribbon. It's basic beige and approximately 10 yards. All right, next on the list is our beautiful Gallery 6x6 Designer Series paper. And this is going to be an extremely hot seller, you guys. So when you get your hands on it, The only way I could get my hands on it was to purchase the entire suite. It was not on our pre-order list that I saw. So let's go over this. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see it a little bit closer. And let me see, how many designs do they say? 119. So Beautiful Gallery has 48 sheets for each of 12 double-sided designs. And the ink colors are Basic Beige, Crumb Cake, Lost Lagoon, Mossy Meadow, Peach Pie, and Secret Sea, which is a new ink color for us. So, ready to go? It's so pretty, you guys. So one side is going to have some kind of scene on it. The other is going to be like a more of a vintage look. So we've got some stamps that will stamp images like this. So we get 4 of these. This right here alone, you could frame this 6x6. I don't even know if I could cut this, honestly. The only way I would be able to cut it is if I was using this side here. All right, so this is our last look. Oh my, look at this one. So here's our beautiful, we've got a little river or brook right there with some trees. Looks like some mountain ranges right there and a little stormy sky. But it looks so realistic. Hey, Vanessa, nice to see you on. And then here's this side. You probably could color this, although I don't know if I would. I would probably just leave it on its own. So you guys will have to let me know what's your favorite pattern. So far we've seen the vase, and now we've seen more of a mountainous like meadow. And then here's this one. And I can see like the Secret Sea is that darker color in the background there. And then, oh, look at that color. Oh man, what is that? I don't even know what color that would be. Let me go back and look on page 119 of the catalog. It tells you all of the colors. So let me see if I can figure it out. It looks like it could be a cross between Secret Sea and maybe a Lost Lagoon. I'm not quite sure though. It's hard to tell, but it's a bluish gray. All right, so we should see 4 sheets of this one. Oh, look at this one. Oh my. Now, how are we supposed to cut into this paper? Like, I have no clue how I would cut this into it. It's just gorgeous as is, right? Maybe some scrapbooking or journaling, you could do this. Maybe cut it in half this way. I don't know. Like, totally would not be able to cut this paper. But let's see what's on the reverse side. Ooh, look at that. It's got some greenish color in it. So pretty, you guys. I don't have a favorite yet because every single design I like. Oh, this is the one they used. She used, the girl that demonstrated this, she did a scrapbook page for her parents. And this house reminded her of the house that her parents were living in at the time. So she incorporated this sheet here into her scrapbook page. Really pretty. I like the little lanterns here, the lights. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's super cool right there. And there's the detail of the fence line too. Got this fence line, and then there's another little fence line right there. And then let's see the reverse. Oh, beautiful. So pretty. I don't want to be out of the picture, so let me just move this a little bit. And our last look here. Oh, help me, help me. I don't know. This is like really hard to, the detail in this tree is amazing, you guys. You can see the tiny little branches and like the leaves as well, and plus the trees back here. And look, there's a little house right there. Can you see it? Just a little house, and there's another little house there. Oh, and there's, looks like a ship. Yep, a ship over here with the sails. And then there's another one like right here. There's lots of little things in this scene that, you know. Oh, and there's a nice little like wooden wall over here, like fence line. Oh boy. I don't remember seeing this one, but this is super nice too. Oh my goodness. All right, let's keep going. Got one more. Let's reveal the next one. Oof, another field. I don't know what those flowers are. Maybe hollyhocks because the way how tall they are, but I don't think hollyhocks are this color. So really have no idea. If you know what those flowers are, I'll bring it a little bit closer. Let us know. I can call Stampin' Up and they would be able to tell me, but if you know what these are, put something in the comments so we know. That's a Lost Lagoon color. And there's another one. Of course, we have 4 sheets of this one. The price on our designer paper is remaining the same, so $12.50. So there's no need to get worried about the pricing of the designer paper. And specialty paper too is $16.50. Now this one is just looks like some trees and some little just different shades of the foliage on the tree. And then there's kind of a stormy scene on this side. This one right here is probably my least favorite so far, but I actually do like this side here. That would make a nice highlight panel. Ooh, it can't get any better, you guys. I'm telling you. Look at this one. It's got lots of blues in it. The secret C, I think. I can't remember the numbers or names. I got to write them down. But there's white in this one, so you can use basic white for this design here. And then on the back side, we got just a light color there. So luckily, we have 4 sheets of this design. Oh, look at this. Lots of boats. There's a nice little village over here. And we've got the beach. I love how the artist made these the cloud scenes. Really nice. And there's the back side of this one. Kind of a wood greenish kind of painting. Watercolor kind of painting. Oh, and here's another rose with highlights of green. And what was the green again? Let me see. Mossy Meadow. I've been using a lot of Mossy Meadow today, so I need to stock up on some more. Oh, look at that. It's like a map of a city. Lots of basic black. Let's see, what colors have I been using today? Flirty Flamingo, basic black, white, Daffodil Delight. So many different shades. Oh, look at this. This got lots of Mossy Meadow in it. And look at the sky scene there. Really pretty. And then we got a basic beige on the back side here. So that should be it for designs. And I don't even know if I have a favorite. Let's just flip these back one more time. I'm going to zoom out. So maybe I can put all of like the scenes on the table here, my desk. I can overlap them though, if it doesn't work. I don't think I'm going to be able to put all of them here, but yeah, that's my least favorite. But I definitely would use this side. But I think that's my only pattern that I really don't care for. I'm going to push these over a little bit more. I think I can sneak one more piece up here. Let me know if you know what those flowers are. I'm going to have to overlap these. Post in the comments what your favorite pattern is. And it doesn't have to be the front side. It can be totally the back side too. So we have 12 different designs plus the back side. So there you go. Those are all of the designs for this paper here. And I think you can see a majority of all of them. Now, if I had to pick my favorite, oh boy. I don't think that one would not be my favorite. And this would not be my favorite. And this one. And now I get a nope. Nope. It's going to be a scene, you guys. Which one is it going to be? I do like that one though. Maybe I'll choose a flower and then I'll choose a scenery. There we go. These are my two favorite right now. It could totally change. I'm not gonna lie. It'll probably change tomorrow or later tonight. But let us know what your favorite design is. All right, so that again is the Beautiful Gallery Designer Series paper, and that completes the Beautiful Gallery Suite collection. All right, so I think I got, yep, it's everything I have in that suite. So I'm going to put this all together so I don't have to go through it again. And we'll look at something else that I have. That's that one. And I've got some embellishments. So let's take a look. I got 2 packs of those, 2 packs of those, and I think that's all I was able to get. So these are the same, and we can open up these. These are in the annual catalog, the 25-27 in color flat pearls. So these are flat. They use these on stage as well. And those are nice too because they're not sharp or anything. They're just smooth and pretty flat, but there is a little bit of a curve to it. So all of the new in colors there, and they really nice little sparkle to them. And then we've got, this is an online exclusive, I believe, Shades of Green hexagons. Hexagons. There's 152 embellishments in there. Let me just double check that it's not in the annual catalog. And what I like about this new annual catalog, you guys, is that the designer paper is all together. The trim and ribbons all together. So they went back to the original way they used to do the catalog. So let me just, okay. So that is called Shades of Green Hexagons. And, oh, they are in the annual catalog. So that's good. These will be a pretty hot commodity too. And they have a flat top, which is nice. But these will be definitely used in my craft room for sure. Okay, we have another embossing folder. And this is the Turtle Textures embossing folder. I only purchased the embossing folder in the paper because I'm not a turtle person. So I know I would not be using the Turtle Suite, whatever it's called. I'm looking it up, so just bear with me here. Is it like Totally Turtles? Oh, Totally Cute Sweet Collection. It starts on page 48, 49, and 50, 51. Oh, it's right before the Beautiful Gallery. All right, so just go back in your annual catalog. And, okay, that green ribbon, where is that? I know I had some. It's probably here. Thought I ordered some. Yep, right here. So this goes together, and let me find the designer paper and we can show all of that. So these 3 things go together. Again, I did not get the bundle, Totally Awesome bundle. But I can run some paper through this one here. I'll grab some green. And we'll see what this one looks like. I'm just gonna run a piece of scrap through my, we'll just do that. This is Granny Apple Green. So just a scrap, and let's just kind of see what it's gonna look like. Again, it's a thinner embossing folder. So I wonder if they are moving back to the thinner ones. I kind of like that because those thick ones going through my machine, I just don't, I feel like it's going to break my machine. All right, so here is the Turtle Textures embossing folder. So on Granny Apple Green, that would just make a really nice background. It doesn't have to be turtles, right? You can use that on other things as well. So let's take a look at the ribbon. We can look at that next. This is two-toned ribbon, and it is called Shaded Spruce and Soft Seafoam 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch ribbon. It has got a little bit of either white or oh no, it's soft seafoam. Little specks, I guess. So here is one side. Do I have some white paper maybe? Yes. Let me just put it on my white. So let me see if I can do this. There you go. You can see both sides. We've got shaded spruce over here, and then we've got soft seafoam on this side. So what they did, there's little specks of either white or vanilla or soft seafoam on the edges here, and on this side, the opposite side, we see shaded spruce. So shaded spruce, little specks, dashes, and then soft seafoam over here. So it's just kind of the reverse. And it's very soft ribbon, and there's no right or wrong side because you can use either side of that ribbon. And these are the embellishments that go with that suite. And then we can take a look at the paper. And there's a lot of different colors that go with the Turtley Cute 12 by 12. And they are Balmy Blue, Basic Black, Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, Crumb Cake, Crushed Curry, Daffodil Delight, Darling Duckling, Early Espresso, Flirty Flamingo, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Gray Granite, Pecan Pie, and Petal Pink. See, I told you there was a ton of colors, which gives you a lot of options as well. But these here, I've heard that some of the images here can be cut out with the dies that are in the bundle. And again, I don't have the stamp set and dies, and I don't necessarily always purchase the bundle. Sometimes I just order the paper and I use the paper. So we've got some stripes on the back side of this one. These would be pretty easy to fussy cut. And then over here, we've got some drummers and trumpets, lots of different music. And then there's that design from the embossing folder. And we got some bikes, watermelon. We've got some birds, ice cream cones. And then that's the back side of this one. And then we've got a chef, we've got a castle, we've got a crabs, we've got a barbecue, starfish, cool dude right there with the swimsuit on, drinking a little beverage there. And then we got some diagonal stripes on the back side of that one. Now these are really big images. So, I'm not sure how I would use the paper. Probably a lot of scrapbooking, maybe. This is birthday. We got some birthday presents, some cake, party hats, ice cream cones. And we got some crushed curry music notes on the back side. And then here are your cutouts. You can use these for card fronts. You can use them for scrapbooking, journaling, albums, whatever. I like that they have these little stripes here at the bottom. I like that flower. And then we got some polka dots on the back, all different colors. All right, so that is the Turtley Cute designer paper. I'll just go over this. Flip it back so you can see a second look at the paper. Another reason why I buy the paper ahead of time is I can get used to it and hopefully and remember the names, the colors that go with it. I can make my templates, all that good stuff. So, so that is that one. Put all of these together. And I've got, let's see, I got more stuff over here. I got some in color markers, the Stampin' Right in colors. So we'll be using those. And then, of course, I've got all of the new in colors here. We already saw the Timid Tiger, but we have Strawberry Slush, and this is coming back. This, I think I used this many and many years ago. I'm not sure when they had this out to begin with, but it's this really, it's a combination of Melon Mambo and maybe Berry Burst, but Berry Burst is a little too dark. But Strawberry Slush, Cloud Cover. Now, Cloud Cover ink we cannot get yet because they're having an issue with the ink. And I mentioned that the last week on one of my lives that if it's not 100% or 110% to their quality, they Stampin' Up! Pulls it. So it's not stamping the way they want it to. It was stamping more of a grayish color because there is gray in here. So the ink calibration is incorrect. So they're trying to fix that. And again, it's called Cloud Cover. Maybe a muted pool party. And Darling Duckling. I think this is a combination of Crushed Curry and Daffodil Delight. And you can see that. And then Secret Sea, which is going to be my favorite. I know it's going to be. It's more of an earth tone, and that's my tone. And I think this is a combination of like basic gray, native navy, and there's one other color, maybe Poppy Parade. There's a little bit of greenish in it, and it all depends on how you move the paper as well. So I know this is going to be one of my favorites, just like Wild Wheat was. And sadly, that one's going away. And where's my orange? So there you go. Those are all the new in colors for 25 to 27. So we'll see these for 2 years. All right, next up, oops, some just fell. We have a new stamp set that's going to be coming very, very soon, and it's called Blooming Phrases. It's a photopolymer stamp set, and it's going to be an online exclusive. I like these. We used to have one that had the little swirly line on both sides, left and right, but you can kind of put these together. So there's happy, thanks, so happy, and then birthday, so happy birthday. Celebrate, hello there, anniversary, just because and thinking of you. And then we've got some nice little images over here that we can highlight those phrases with, and that's called Blooming Phrases. Can't remember how much it costs, but I think it's pretty inexpensive. So get this one because I know it's going to be a popular stamp set. And then we've got some more designer paper. I've got 3 more that I can show you. And I can't remember if what's in the annual catalog and what's not. So I'm going to have to go to that page to find it because I've got some online exclusives in here too. So let's do this one right here because I can see that right in my catalog. This is called Florals in Bloom. And I'm going to move this stuff here so it's not distracting us. Because it's all about the flowers, right? We all love flowers. Okay, ready to go? Here we are. You can see how they complement each other as well. We got some greens, yellows, oranges. I didn't tell you what colors go with these, so let me just tell you. Bubble Bath, Cloud Covered, Darling Duckling, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Secret Sea, Shy Shamrock, Strawberry Slush, Summer Splash, and Timid Tiger. So we have all 5 in colors in this. Get that pattern there. Now that reminds me of what I used today. Mixed media florals. See that? It's kind of the same image, but this one here is a little bit smaller. Oh, that's pretty. I love all those colors together. Look at that. Oh, that's fun. Look at all the greens and blues. You got some greens and oranges. That's kind of bright. That's not my cup of tea. It could be a nice highlight, but I don't know if I would use that side. Ooh, look at all the purples we have here. Blackberry Bliss. I don't think they listed that one. Let me just double check. Blackberry Bliss would go with this. It's not listed, but trust me, it will. I think that's cloud cover. I like those little blue flowers there. We've got some larger flowers here. You could fussy cut these out, by the way. They're not that hard to do. And we got some more purples on this side. All right, so that again is called The Florals in Bloom, and it's in the annual catalog. We'll just flip these back over so we can keep them in order. Now, how do you guys arrange your designer paper? I'm more alphabetical, so that's what I usually do in my storage units. Same with my my paper is my cardstock's rainbow order though. All right, now we have this one here. And this one is called Celebratory Sips. And I think this is an online exclusive. Yes, it's an online exclusive. I got lots of templates to make. Whew. I can't believe we're like almost into a new catalog already. All right, we've got some Stampin' Up! Colors here to go over. We have Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Bubble Bath, Cloud Cover, Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lime Twist, Old Olive, Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, and Timid Tiger. So lots of another colors here. And they're just little bottles of probably wine and some punch. And we got some dots. I like this. This is really nice. Hey, Deborah. Nice to see you. Just got home safe. That's great. This one's interesting here. I'm not sure how I would use this one. But I like how the shades go. Start with like a yellowish and go all the way over to more purple Blackberry Bliss. That's like stars. Now, I'm not sure if there's dies to cut this out. I just purchased the paper. So I can't remember on this one. But these are easy to fussy cut too. And look at, this one has ice cubes in it. And that one does too. So cute. Oh, that's bright. You could use, I would use this, but more of a smaller piece, not like a large one. This one's nice too. That one, I'm not sure what that looks like. Flowers, but it's really hard to tell. There's some pretty flowers here. That's bright. Timid Tiger. All right, so we'll go back over, flip these over, get one last look. I think this one's kind of my favorite, actually. I mean, that one's fun too. I'd have to see how Erica Serwin would use this. I like this one too. It's just lots of greens, but it's got some nice little lines in there. And of course, I love that side. All right, so that one, again, is called Celebratory Sips. And I might have one more. You guys can drool over that one. Yeah, I got floral blooms. I got 2 packs of floral blooms. Okay, this one is called Floral Impressions. And I believe this one is an online exclusive. Yes. I actually love online exclusives because we're always getting new designer paper, right? We don't have to wait a whole year or for a mini catalog to come around. It's like every other month we get some paper. This is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. Now, when doing a product share, that would be really hard because someone would get, I do my product shares 6 by 12, but for this one, I might cut it this way because then people can get all the colors. I have to really think about this pack, this pack here, how I cut it. But let's flip these over and see what we got. Oh, let's go over the colors. Crushed Curry, Darling Duckling, Fresh Freesia, Garden Green, Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, Peach Pie, Pecan Pie, Pool Party, Pretty in Pink, and Strawberry Slush. So Garden Green's been in a lot of these designer papers already. I'll put these side by side. Boy, this could be Card Club. I love ferns. This and the fern embossing folder, I'm not sure if they're, I don't know if they're going to have that one. I need to look because that's one of my favorites. No. So that's going away. So I don't have the fern embossing folder anymore for this one. Wow, look at this one. Just really fun paper, you guys. There's not one bad sheet of paper here in this pack. I think this time of year, like if you live where I live, we're like wishing for flowers because all we see is dead grass. And now I have 2 inches of snow on my lawn, so that wasn't very nice today. And again, this one is called Floral Impressions. So one last look here. And then I'm going to show you how I set up my Stampin' pads, my classic Stampin' pads. So if you want to stick around for that, I'll just show one and how I do it. There's other ways people do it, but I will, because I want to start using them. So the only way you can get this paper right now is if you're an active demonstrator. And, you know, I don't really like the word demonstrator. I just like the word crafter. But if you would like more information on becoming a demonstrator or crafter or hobby crafter, let me know. You can email me. My email address is very simple. It is Karen@inspiredbygraham.com. And that's it. All right, so I need to go get some Vaseline. So that's in my other desk, but right now you can take a look at these. Petroleum jelly is what I use. It's only used, that one's only used in my craft room for sure. Okay, I am going to start with Secret C. So of course, they all have the cello on them. And then if you flip it over, you will see on the back side, these are little stickers. So I like to use a piercing tool to take these off. But let me work with this first, because a lot of times when our new ink pads, they are very stiff. So just be careful when you open it and then slide it. So right now, this is really, it slides pretty hard. Okay, it's tight. All right. So I'm going to show you how to get that to operate a little bit smoother. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take these little labels off. And again, I use my piercing tool to do this. And then I put the English words on this side. And I just center this right there. Okay. And another place I like to add the label is on the reverse side. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just take one of these foreign languages. Have no idea what it is, but it's got the word secret in there, so I know this is Secret C. So I put it on the back side. And then if you open this up, there's this little area right here. And this is where I put the solid one. So let me see if I can get this off. Okay. And this one's a little tricky, but if just take your time, and I get that side over here in there, and then everything else should fall right into place. You can also use your bone folder to do this part as well. Just make sure they're on there good. Another place I used to put these labels on, because you have two more that are left, I used to put them right here, but I found that over time they peel off. So I use them until they peel off. Even though they're they're foreign language to me, I will put these. So one right here. Make sure all the bubbles are out. And this, oh, I didn't see that. See, I got really bad eyes, you guys. This one says Secret C. So, hold on. I'm going to see if I can take this off. Yes, I can. So this one's going to go right here because I know eventually it will peel off. But I'm going to add the English. Oh gosh, I'm getting my hands all Secret C. There we go. Whoops, that is not centered. Oh gosh. I think I've been in my craft room, well, not all day. I went and got my hair cut. Went to BJ's. Dropped something off at Staples for a return. What else did I do? Oh, went to Dunkin' Donuts because our refrigerator stopped working, so I didn't have any half and half. So I had to go to Dunkin', get a coffee. There, I'll work on that, but... Okay, so now what I do with that petroleum jelly, let me just pull this out. I've got ink on my hands. Hold on. You can also use candle wax, but I don't like to use that myself because the candle wax kind of gets brittle. And when you're applying candle wax to the tracks there, you can get little bits and pieces of wax. So I lean towards, petroleum jelly. And in here, I've got some Q-tips. And I just roll the jelly onto the Q-tip head, and then I see that track right in here. I just gently go back and forth about, I don't know, 4 or 5 times, and then I turn it the other way, and I do the other side. You don't want to put too much on there because then you got petroleum jelly all around. And then I tip it on its side, and I put some right here. Both sides. And then I'll be really careful, and I'm going to slide this back and forth, I don't know, 5 times. Look at this. It's so much easier. Now, a little, oops, look at that. Got some more ink on me. What did I just do with that wipe? Oh, I think I put it back in the container. So I lost my train of thought here. I don't know. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So when you close your ink pads, if you do not, let me zoom in. If you do not pull this all the way to the end and say you left it in there about 1/4 of an inch, when you pull this up, it will crack. Okay. So make sure you extend this all the way to the end and go up and close it shut. Okay. So that's how I do that. You can take this little sticker here off if it bothers you. And then there's another one here too. But I'll show you what happens. And I complained to Stampin' Up on this one. Okay, I'll show you. When I clean my ink pads, I like to use disinfectant wipes because people use them and I like to get the germs off. Oh, maybe they fixed it. Oh, it's coming off. See, so that ink will come off. So, but it doesn't look, it looks like they kind of improved it a little bit. But that's how I clean my ink pads. And I didn't like that. It was a hot mess, basically. All right, I'll do this one more time for you because, you know, I have to do this anyway. And I'll switch over to Timid Tiger. And I'm going to zoom out just a tiny bit so you can see this a little bit closer. So when you order ink pads, make sure you order a refill. We can't get the refills on pre-order right now, so when the catalog goes live and when we can, I will. But make sure you add those on because, you know, you never know when you're going to need some ink on your ink pad. All right, so Timid Tiger goes right here. Oops, come on. Right there. Use your finger, or you can use your bone folder. Just make sure all those little bubbles are out. And I'm going to grab the other one that says Timid Tiger. And that one's going on the back side. Okay, those are done. And now I will take off that foreign language and this foreign language. And we'll put this here. That one says Tiger Orange. And I have one more left. That's the solid. And we'll open this up. I'm going to close it. Oh, well, maybe I can't. So we'll just add this one right here very carefully. And there's lots of little bubbles in there, so I'm just going to take my bone folder and just really smooth this out. Okay, now we will take our Q-tip again, and we'll just add some to the cotton, and then run it through the track here. See, I got a little petroleum jelly up there, so I'll have to wipe that off. And then we turn it, and we go this way. And then do this area and this area. It's so satisfying when these slide really nicely. Oh, let me clean that off. Oh, gosh, I thought it was going to flip off. But seems like I might need a little bit more of that petroleum jelly right up here where that hinges. So I'll just take a little bit more and just kind of push that in there. There we go. All right, so again, make sure you extend it all the way and then rotate it over and close it shut. All right, I'm going to finish up with two more since I have them done, and I can put these, I can use them actually. So this is the Darling Duckling, and I think it's a cross between your Crushed Curry and Daffodil Delight. Boy, is this hard to see. It's like putting, you know, sometimes people don't put the cling stickers on our cling stamp sets. It's kind of the same thing as like your ink pads. Some people may not do this. I like to do it because I have a Stampin' storage ink storage unit, and I like to be able to see. Now that's really hard to read, so what I might do is take my label machine and create a really small font that says Darling Duckling on it. I actually did that today with Petal Pink because I've had Petal Pink for a long time, as long as it's come out, and oops, it definitely faded. It fades over time, so I just fixed that one. Yeah, I think it was today or yesterday, last night. If you have any questions on any of this, let me know in the comment section. I'll take a look in just a second. Again, I don't choose to use wax. I use petroleum jelly because it doesn't flake into the ink. Oh, this one's really tight. Boy. There we go. I'm going to have to work on that one. They make them tight just because we don't want these, like, when they get shipped, we don't want ink all over the place. Again, get a lot up in that hinge area. I don't see any questions, so that's good. You guys are understanding. It must be I'm doing a good job. All right, so that one's done. Now I just have slush, or strawberry slush, to finish up. And when they have cloud cover figured out, I'll have one more to fix and get prep and get ready. So strawberry slush. I might have the old ink pad actually in my basement. We had a color refresh a few years ago. I want to say it's been like maybe 4 or 5. I was wondering if they were going to do a color refresh this year, which they did not. So I wonder next year if they'll do that. And that means I would have a lot more of these ink pads to prep. It's too bad they don't come like this, but it's actually another good way to get used to the colors as well. It's quite like when I do a product share in the designer paper, I love doing that because it really just, it helps me to get used to all the paper. Oh, that one opened up really nice. So I can see where they applied the ink. I don't know if you can or not, but there's a big blob right there. All right, get that hinge there. All right, I just need to add a little bit more. That one's not going as smooth as I want it to. So don't worry. You're never going to put too much on. If you see it overflowing the petroleum jelly, then just wipe it off. There we go. It does get better over time, so I know a lot of my more popular colors like go really, like come out really quick, and some ink pads that I don't use very much kind of are like this. Okay, so that strawberry slush is all done. Make sure there's no petroleum jelly on here. And don't forget about my ordering special. Sorry, that's like was a hot mess there. You can't see it anyway. There, now you can. You can receive 4 card kits from 1 more year when you place an order on my website of $35 or more. And I did show that class maybe 2 weeks ago, so you can just go back to some of my lives and you'll see it. All right, so there you go. That's how I fix all of my ink pads, get them ready to go for the next 2 years. And I hope you enjoyed all the new products that we have. Again, you can get your hands on these right now if you're a demonstrator that went to on stage. But today is the 24th, so tomorrow are the demonstrators that did not go to on stage can order. So now's the time to join. You can get your hands on all this hot product, the paper, the beautiful paper, especially the suite that I showed you earlier. It's the only way you can have it early. So another benefit, and don't forget, you don't pay that retail price that's in the catalog. You get after your starter kit order, you'll get 20% off your order. And then when you hit $1,800 in sales, you qualify at the next level at 25% off. So no need to pay your retail price, guys. All right, so I'm going to sign off. I will be back here. I have to check my schedule because something tells me I have something Wednesday morning already scheduled. So if I do, then I will come on in the evening time. But if not, you can see me right back here at 10 o'clock Eastern time in the morning on this coming Wednesday. I'm not sure what I'll be doing. It's Wing It Wednesday, so maybe I'll be using some of this product. But have a great night. I hope you guys learned something new, and hi, all better later than never. All right, Deb, I'll see you Wednesday maybe, and we'll talk about it a little bit later. All right, you guys have a great night, and I will talk to you later.